This is me talking about stand-up comedy. I've been doing stand-up for a while, and I love it. Um, it has been such joy. It has transformed me, and I want you to know that you can, if you want to do it, do it. Just for once. It might change your life forever. It might. So I was talking about bombing, and a lot of people will say, what if nobody collapsed or anything like that? For me, I kind of love bombing in some way because it doesn't really affect me that much. But when you take when you do jokes, you have the structures. You have a punch line, and you sometimes you can write from the ending. Sometimes when you're also a writer, you write the ending and then go to it. Sometimes when you do punchlines, you can say this is a punchline, and then write 5 different things that will go to that punchline. This is very true when I write this kind of surrealist kind of like stand-up, which is present. So as far as writing goes, it has to be short. It has to go directly to the punchline. If you take too much time to explain it, you've completely missed it. You have like when I drove to St. Louis today, I have completely missed the part where I'm supposed to make a turn to Del Mar. And that's okay, as long as you can get back on the road. Same thing with jokes. You have to have quick deliveries, set them up like a balloon, pop them, then release. Take some time, a couple of minutes, seconds, before going back into another joke. Making sure that people will laugh, or at least to reflect on which joke will be the joke to follow that joke. Sometimes you can just read the crowd and say, that joke won't work. This joke will not work. Just by looking at their expressions, that will not work. So, what I do with stand-up is I don't use a cell phone to go on stage and read off of my cell phone or eat it like a Pop-Tart, like one of these comedians that I saw said, Dave Hill, he says, are you gonna eat it like a Pop-Tart? No. I remember it. I am old school. I remember it in my memory that goes on the screen. I write it down on paper with pen. I don't write it into my computer, my cell phone. I write it down on a notepad. And I perform without a computer. We are too self-reliant on computers, and then we just we get screwed over by people, or we screw other people. It sucks. Most of this series is about compassion for people who are minorities or anything like that, and compassion to stand-up comedians, it's all about compassion, all about ethics, all about how to do this. But the first rule of stand-up comedy, don't censor yourself. Don't censor yourself, but remember that there are implications, and also remember that you have to make sure that it's funny. Make sure this is funny when you do this. If you make fun of anything, if you punch down, make sure it's really funny. Talk to a trans person or a gay person or a person with disabilities if this is okay or necessary or in poor taste. Because usually you have to have some kind of research when you do these things. So I love stand-up, and I will do this, post videos, even if there's no views, if there's no likes. I think that the internet sometimes is a mistake, because we used to document things. We used to write them down, and we didn't expect likes or just like validation for another person. You just wrote it down, and you said, I am doing this to go back to it whenever I perform. When you do stand up, don't try to get people's validation. Get like I used to say with David Kirk, I don't give a F. I don't give a flying shit about things. Just do it, and not for likes, not for page views, but the fact that you are documenting this for the future. And that is reason why I'm keeping going, even if nobody looks at it or anything. I don't care. I before the internet, you would just document shit, and then you would go back and later and look at it. This is it. This is documentation. Take care. Bye. And be awesome, because if you are a going open mic, that makes you awesome.